To walk alone like a lone wolf is to embrace the deepest essence of who you are. It is a journey that asks for courage, self-awareness, and an unwavering belief in your inner strength. To tread this path is to step into the wilderness of your own soul, away from the distractions of the crowd, and to realize that the power you seek outside of yourself has always been within you. This journey is not about isolation, but about connection, a profound connection to your purpose, your truth, and the divine force that flows through every aspect of your being. Life often demands conformity. From the moment we begin to understand the world around us, we are taught to fit in, to follow the rules, to seek validation from others. Yet, there comes a time when the soul stirs, yearning for something deeper, something more aligned with its true nature. This is the call to walk alone. It is not a rejection of society, but a reclaiming of individuality. The lone wolf does not separate itself from the pack out of disdain, but out of necessity. It knows that its strength, wisdom, and purpose cannot fully emerge while bound by the expectations of others. When you choose to walk alone, you are choosing to trust the voice within. This voice, though sometimes faint, is the compass that guides you toward your highest self. It whispers truths that the noise of the world often drowns out. To follow this voice is to walk a path that is uniquely yours. It may not always be clear, and it may not always feel safe, but it is always right. The lone wolf does not fear the unknown. It understands that the wilderness, with all its challenges, is where it finds its strength and purpose. Walking alone is an act of faith. It is faith in yourself, faith in your abilities, and faith in the unseen forces that guide your steps. You may not always know where the path will lead, but the act of moving forward with conviction is what shapes your destiny. The lone wolf does not wait for permission or assurance. It moves with a quiet confidence, knowing that every step, whether triumphant or faltering, is part of a greater plan. When you walk alone, you learn to trust in the process, to embrace the uncertainty, and to find peace in the journey itself. This journey requires you to face your fears. When you walk alone, there is no one to shield you from the shadows that dwell within. You must confront the doubts, insecurities, and fears that arise when there is no external validation to cling to. But it is in this confrontation that you find your power. The lone wolf does not shy away from the darkness. It moves through it, knowing that every shadow is an opportunity for growth. When you face your fears head-on, you begin to see them for what they truly are: illusions that lose their power the moment you shine the light of awareness upon them. Walking alone teaches you resilience. In solitude, you learn to rely on yourself, to trust your instincts, and to find strength in your own company. The lone wolf does not depend on the pack to survive. It adapts, it endures, and it thrives. And similarly, when you walk alone, you discover the depth of your own resilience. You realize that you are capable of overcoming challenges, of weathering storms, and of finding your way even when the path is unclear. This resilience is not just physical but mental, emotional, and spiritual. It is the foundation upon which you build a life that is authentically yours. One of the most profound lessons of walking alone is the realization that you are never truly alone. As you move through the wilderness of your own soul, you begin to sense the interconnectedness of all things. The lone wolf is not isolated. It is deeply attuned to the rhythms of nature, the cycles of life, and the energies that flow through the universe. Similarly, when you walk alone, you become aware of the divine presence that permeates every moment of your existence. You come to understand that the solitude you experience is not a void, but a sacred space where you can hear the whispers of the infinite. Walking alone allows you to redefine success. In the noise of the crowd, success is often dictated by external measures: status, wealth, approval. But when you walk alone, you have the freedom to define success on your own terms. The lone wolf does not measure its worth by the size of its pack or the validation of others. It measures its worth by its ability to live in alignment with its true nature. Similarly, when you walk alone, you learn to value authenticity over approval, purpose over praise, and fulfillment over superficial achievements. This redefinition of success liberates you from the pressures of conformity and allows you to pursue a life that is truly meaningful. The path of the lone wolf is not without its challenges. There will be moments of doubt, moments when the silence feels deafening and the solitude feels heavy. But it is in these moments that you must remember why you chose this path. The lone wolf does not retreat in the face of difficulty. It perseveres, knowing that every challenge is a stepping stone toward greater strength and wisdom. Similarly, your journey will be marked by trials that test your resolve. But these trials are not meant to break you. They are meant to shape you, to refine you, and to prepare you for the greatness that lies ahead. Walking alone is an act of self-love. It is a declaration that you are enough, that your worth is not dependent on others, and that you deserve to live a life that is true to who you are. The lone wolf does not seek approval or validation, it is content in its own company. Similarly, when you walk alone, you cultivate a deep sense of self-worth. You learn to love and accept yourself, not despite your flaws, but because of them. This self-love is the foundation of your strength, your resilience, and your ability to rise above the challenges of life. As you walk alone, you also discover the power of your own voice. In the silence of solitude, you can hear your thoughts, your desires, and your truth with greater clarity. The lone wolf does not howl to be heard by others, it howls to express its own essence. Similarly, when you walk alone, you learn to speak your truth, to honor your desires, and to live in alignment with your values. This authenticity is not just liberating, it is empowering. It allows you to create a life that is not only meaningful but also deeply fulfilling. The journey of walking alone is not about reaching a destination, it is about becoming. The lone wolf does not wander aimlessly, it moves with purpose, guided by its instincts and its inner knowing. Similarly, your path is not about achieving a specific goal, but about becoming the person you are meant to be. Every step you take, every challenge you face, and every lesson you learn shapes you into the best version of yourself. This journey is not always easy, but it is always worth it. Walking alone does not mean walking forever without connection. The lone wolf eventually finds its way back to the pack, but it does so as a stronger, wiser, and more self-assured being. Similarly, your journey of solitude will prepare you to engage with the world in a way that is authentic and meaningful. When you walk alone, you are not turning away from others, you are turning toward yourself so that you can bring your whole, authentic self to the relationships and communities that matter most to you. To walk alone like a lone wolf is to embrace your power, trust your path, and live your truth. It is a journey of self-discovery, growth, and transformation. It requires courage, resilience, and an unwavering belief in yourself. But as you walk this path, you will come to understand that you are never truly alone. The universe is within you, guiding you, supporting you, and cheering you on. Trust in yourself, trust in your journey, and trust in the divine plan that is unfolding in your life. You have everything you need to rise, to overcome, and to create a life that is true to who you are. Walk boldly, walk confidently, and walk with the knowledge that you are exactly where you are meant to be.